this is Nichole Shultz with Nichole Real Estate, and I wanted to get on here today to talk about the current situation with the market. So right now, the market that we're in is a seller's market. There are less homes and more buyers. Having a seller's market and just going through real estate closing for a little while with COVID, we now have an incredibly fast-paced market. How do you combat this as a first-time home buyer or just a home buyer in general? Some of the causes of all of this and the fast-paced seller's market is that, number one, we have low inventory. There's not a lot of houses on the market. They're still coming onto the market every day, but not as many as we need for the big pool of buyers that we have, which then is the second thing, which is we have an immense amount of buyers. During COVID, people still were buying homes without even seeing them. How is this affecting you? Well, if you're a seller, it's really great because your house is going to sell really fast. But as a buyer, know that houses are only staying on the market for 1 to 30 days at max. So how do we overcome these problems, with having this kind of market? First things first, always make sure you have your down payment. So that's usually 3 to 5% of the sales price. Number one thing, make sure you have your down payment. Next is the closing costs, which run about 4% of the sales price. So just as much as you needed to save for a down payment, you should save for the closing costs. And if you don't have the closing costs, you can still buy a home. But that sometimes means you need to come up with a strategy. Other than that, then of course there's the pre-approval. You have to have your pre-approval. If you don't have it before you go to a showing and you love that house and you want to put an offer in on it, you might not be able to if you don't have your ducks in a row. And what we want to do is make sure that when you see the property that you love and you want to see it, let's see it today or tomorrow. Let's not see it over the weekend. Let's not see it next week. When you see a home that you love, make the time. Because in person does not exchange things for pictures. You really should see it. You should experience, touch it, feel it, smell it. Because if it feels like home, then this might be the time to make the decision, time to be ready. Let's make a strategy and start understanding what we want to offer. If we have our down payment, if we have our closing costs, or if we don't, let's have a strategy for that so that you can get the house that you love and make that decision as soon as you can. This shouldn't be lightly taken because it is a huge purchase. But in this market, we are a little more rushed than normal. Let's make a plan. Let's decide how you're going to make the best offer when you see that home that you love. So I want to make sure you get that house and make this an easy process and not a stressful one. Thank you for listening, and I will talk to you all soon, and let's set up some buyer appointments so that we can talk about what your needs are and how I can help you. Thanks. Bye.